Hey, welcome to my first ever Schmoedown reaction I've done solo. So today's match is Lon Harris versus Cody Hall. I don't know what to expect from this match, because Lon Harris is really good at trivia. I've only ever seen sort of Cody once. So I'm thinking Lon is going to win, but I'm really hoping Cody pulls out a very big surprise. So I mean, yeah, there's not really much else to say about this match. So let's press play and start it off in a bit. And starting play now.
How's it going, guys? If you didn't know about the Patreon, you guys have a chance to support the Schmoedown. Now, myself, Mark Ellis, we've taken over the production. Basically, you guys have 16 tiers to choose from. We're trying to give back to the fans. Go and check it out right there.
Yeah,
if you want to support the Schmoedown by becoming a patron today, go ahead and do it.
Some money spent on myself, and definitely go to support this Patreon. It's such a good
go enjoy the match.
idea.
No, do it. It's a good match, for God's sakes.
Loving that new logo.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the movie trivia Schmoedown. I am Mark Ellis. They call me Baby Carrots around these parts. Right over here is Ken Knapsack. Ken, what a matchup we have today. Two of the best competitors in Schmoedown history are not here
Ellis
today,
on point for the
Cody
jokes.
Hall are.
I can sense your tone in what you're saying there. I see the subtext. You are insinuating that the Professor Lon Harris, one of the most intelligent competitors ever to grace us here in the Schmoedown, is picking on Cody Hall. I've heard you talking in the pre-production. I've heard you talking off air. You are disparaging Cody with that kind of tone because this is an amazing competitor.
Look, the guy won a nice poll on Facebook, okay? He won the movie trivia Schmoedown. We had a poll, who's the prospect to watch this season? And Lon Harris did win that. He beat Mark Bernardin in his first match, but he's been doing nothing but needling and harassing and being very passive-aggressive about such a task to Cody Hall. Cody Hall is somebody who, I didn't even know he's seen a movie, and now Lon Harris is challenging. He's saying all these things
I really
about
hope
Cody.
this isn't
Lon
the
Harris
only time
is
we
an
see
up-and-coming
Cody, because
prospect
I mean,
but Cody Hall, Ken,
he
in
does know
sports
stuff,
terms,
and
this is like the
he deserves quite a bit.
1976
So.
Buccaneers. For all you young kids like the recent Cleveland Browns, it's a really bad orange team at football.
John McKay was their coach. They went 0-14. Doug Williams was the quarterback. I get the reference. All right, but here's the thing. Season 5 of the Schmoedown is one of the first supported by the fans directly. We got the Patreon page. It's going strong. I love to see all the support. But what that means, Mr. Ellis, is that new things will happen here. New competitors will break out, and the Professor is one of those competitors. He took on Mark Bernardin last year, a great competitor. He showed him his lunch, looked at it, put Bernardin's face in it, moved it around, and then after the match, gave Cody Hall the opportunity of a lifetime, and that's what we're here today to watch.
Well, you seem really high on Lon the Professor, and I will say this. I think that this match puts a lot more pressure on Mr. Harris than it does on Cody Hall, because if Lon wins today, he was supposed to win. He challenged poor Cody Hall, a kid who's never seen a picture in his life. But if Cody wins, Lon Harris may never live down the embarrassment.
If Cody wins, it's going to be a really big upset.
Look, all right, Cody Hall hasn't competed since 2014. What's going on in Cody's head? This is the pressure mounting on him. Do I really belong here? Should I have just quit and ran away? No. This is all Cody. This is the pressure building in his brain. It's not the Professor. The Professor feels no pressure.
Well, maybe we let the fans decide, because they were doing some yapping pregame. Here's a quick clip of how these matchups feel going into the competitors, huh?
So I'm back in the Schmoedown, and honestly, I have no idea why. I thought I established a long time ago. I'm very bad at this. And then out of nowhere, this Lon Harris guy, who I've never met in my entire life, just decides to call me out after having like one of the best first matches ever. LeBron James winning Rookie of the Year, then calling out Smush Parker for a one-on-one. It just doesn't make any sense.
You know, I think that people were impressed with my first appearance on the show because they're so desperate for someone to come in who can speak about film in a thoughtful, in an educated, in a worldly way. I think we've had so many competitors come through who was like, oh yes, it's Iron Man has his Mac 20 suit and his Mike 40 suit, and oh, which hero is going to cross over with which hero in the Turtle movies, and finally, like a breath of fresh air, the professor has come to bring the world of film to Schmoedown fans.
Do I think I'm going to win? No, that's an actual question. You're actually okay. Honestly, I'll be surprised if I get 2 questions right. And if I do end up winning this, it's going to be one of the greatest achievements in mankind. I mean, right up there with the moon landing, the invention of the wheel, the first time we all saw JT's Patriots poncho.
I'm trying to help, Cody. It's a mark to how poor things have gotten that my attempts to uplift this young man of promise and to bring him to a new level where he's able to experience the world, that is seen as harassment. It's a really sad testament to the movie Trivia Schmoedown, I think.
So I'm at the spectacular just minding my own business, and this guy, again, Lon, a person I've never met in my life, just following me around, just harassing me.
These segments are entertaining
I got fed up with it, and fine, I guess he won. I'm playing him now. Congratulations, Lon.
You know, Cody, I feel for you. I do that you've been let down by so many. You've been let down by parents, peers, the Schmoedown, a system that just doesn't care about the way that you've been wallowing in ignorance, and that is why today
Lon is
I am
really good on
delighted
mic.
to teach you a lesson.
Lon, you're probably going to kick my ass today. But if you don't, it's one of the greatest things
I think this is
that's
the
ever
first time
happened
Cody's
in the
actually
history of
done
Master.
anything of promo.
Go
So I
Wangers,
mean,
yeah!
for first time, he's did good.
Can you see that? Lon Harris very, very cocky, as you might surmise, and Cody Hall looking happy to be here, but I also can sense a little bit of fire in that belly of his.
Of Cody Hall? That looked like fire to you?
Yeah.
It looked like he got detention, but that this wasn't a cute 80s movie where there's a song and a dance going on. He just looked like he was in trouble. The professor is clearly gracing us with his presence. I am thankful that he is here to bring some intelligent film discussion to the Schmoedown.
Well, I am not on his payroll like you apparently are, but we do have a tale of the tape. Believe it or not, Cody Hall does have some strengths in the movie Trivia Schmoedown, and we're going to see what those are right now. Ken, tell us about each one of these fellas.
Cody Hall, who, by the way, has a record of 0-1. His strengths include comic book movies, horror movies, and Pixar movies. Oh, what are you, millennial? I get it. The Professor, Lon Harris, his strengths include classics, fantasy sci-fi, and German expressionist film. This is a real competitor.
Do we have a German I'm getting the note. I do not have a German expressionist wheel site.
How is German expressionist
that
film?
wheel that's going to be appearing in round 2 does have some of the strengths and maybe a weakness or two of each one of the competitors. Ken, I am ready to go. I am so excited about Cody Hall possibly upsetting Lon the Professor Harris.
You know what, Mark? I'm ready too. It's going to be a great match. You ready? I'm ready?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the Movie Trivia Schmoedown! Introducing first, representing the Wangers, with a record of 0 wins. I say 0 wins.
What?
And 1 defeat, weighing in at 105 pounds with his wallet.
What?
The
No.
web slinger,
Josh
Cody
McCougar doing a
Hall.
fantasy
Oh, and Cobster getting
style
the curtain
entrance.
poise. Everything okay? Well,
Disappointing,
Cobster.
Cody.
A lot
Disappointing.
of aggression there. Cody handling it coolly, walking out with a Space Jam jersey. That is Michael Jeffrey Jordan from the Toon Squad, Ken.
All right, we see Cobster almost couldn't fit through that curtain with those shoulders there. It's good. All right.
The broad shoulders of Cobster, are they large enough to carry Cody Hall onto victory today?
His opponent, representing the School of the Elite, with a record of 1 glorious win and 0 defeats. He is the Professor Lon Harris.
Professor Lon Harris
syllabi for Cody Hall. He's handed out the syllabi, and it's great. He has assigned Cody certain books to read, including his own book, The Guide to Extremely Limited Concepts for Cody Hall, 5th edition, pages 176 to 190.
Now, this
Make
is
sure you get the 4th edition.
This is a very detailed syllabus of the class that Lon Harris has prepared for Cody Hall. Lon, would you like us to read the course description, or would you like to take the...
Oh, I did not save a... I handed out all the syllabi.
Oh, you can gladly have mine. Please, by all means, take mine.
You're going to need that. You're going to need that.
Okay, look, I will read off very quickly for the audience before we begin. This is the course description of the class that the professor has so kindly prepared for Cody Hall. This course provides an overview of the traditional 20th century film canon with an emphasis on classic, significant films that Cody Hall has never seen. So essentially, every film that does not feature adolescent mutated reptiles that have somehow, in defiance of all logic, acquired martial arts skills. By the end of the semester, Mr. Hall should demonstrate baseline proficiency and understanding in film theory with a rudimentary knowledge of films that don't
I should
feature
join
interstellar
Lord's
vehicle-impersonating robots
course.
for the love of God.
Sounds
That's
fun.
A pretty intense class, Ken. Yeah.
Mark, next time remind me to work on your elocution. You gotta project from the diaphragm.
Wow.
He'll get it. All right. I am ready. If you want to read the competitors the rules or state them to Cody, if you need Copster to explain them in detail, let us know.
Let me elocute the rules for the movie trivia Schmoedown.
Not used properly.
In round number 1, each competitor is going to hear 8 questions from 8 different film categories. Each question is worth 1 point. As soon as we ask the question up here at the answer desk, please write down your best attempt at an answer on the whiteboard in front of you. When we ask you to reveal your answer, please show your whiteboard to our television cameras. At the same time, you verbalize it into the microphone right in front of you. Each question, again, is worth 1 point. There is no penalty for missing a question. There is obviously no stealing in round 1. If a competitor should get all 8 questions right in round 1, you will be asked a bonus question that is to you and to you only. Keep in mind you do have JTE rules and challenges that can be used throughout the duration of the 3-round match.
Competitors, do you understand the rules?
I think so.
Do you accept them? All right. Then let's get ready!
Whoa, that's good.
The Schmoedown! 3 rounds to a finish. Kick his ass, Cody!
All right, here we are. Kicking off things. Lon, you came out to the Dangerous Minds theme song. Are you indicating that you are also a former Marine professor?
I'm a beautiful, alluring professor. I was going for that.
All right, to each their own. In the first category, the world of animated movies. These are movies that are drawn by hand or otherwise. Ants and A Bug's Life. Both came out in 1998. Which film was theatrically released first?
Good question.
That's pretty impressive. You have a 50-50 shot here. It goes 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lon Harris, your attempt at an answer.
I believe the first film to come out.
Damn it,
was
I
Ants.
put Bugs
That
Life.
is correct for 1 point. Cody Hall, what did you have?
I got it right too. Yeah.
Go, Cody!
Look at the reaction here. Ken, it seems like the crowd is slightly rooting for the upset. Unbelievable.
Can you tell me what percentage chance you had of getting that right?
It doesn't matter. Still correct.
All right.
I'll take it.
Question number 2 coming in. This is in the category of comedies, the Yuck Yuck pictures. What number are Bill and Ted thinking of when they play the guessing game with their future selves in Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure?
Damn it, I should have watched it last night. But I didn't.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cody Hall.
Oh, 69.
I moved to 69.
Good number. Lon Harris?
It's actually 69, dude.
Can we? Is that a half point more? Is that a half point? Can I? No?
Getting the no sign from the judges. So tied at 2-2. Cody does not seem to be fazed by the overall favoritism of the professor from the fans at large. He does seem to have a home crowd advantage here. Our next category comes from what this match has already provided us: dramas. Your question is: Matt Damon and Ed Norton play cards to pay off their gambling debt in what film? You ever had a gambling debt that you paid off with playing cards?
Not yet. I'm still working on it.
We go to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The Professor, your answer.
I guessed Rounders.
And a point. Cody Hall.
It was Rounders.
All right.
Cody's doing well.
Perfect. So far, this might be the earliest in the history of the Schmoedown somebody's actually chanted for a competitor. That either means Cody is great or nobody thought he would win.
The latter.
Question 4, category horror thriller. Who played the serial killer Stuntman Mike in Quentin Tarantino's Death Proof?
Matt Kearns will be disappointed if I don't get this.
Foul language. I don't approve of foul language.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cody Hall.
Kurt Russell.
Is that Kurt Russell?
Give him a point. Juan Harris.
Watch, when you present a right answer, do it with confidence. It's Kurt Russell.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, I actually like that Cody's learning a little bit something about how to become a man through Juan Harris.
Exactly.
This might be a team up sometime.
That's what this is all about.
That would be an
I don't think
interesting
that's what
team,
it's all
actually.
about. Number 5, your category is action adventure. Competitors action adventure, and your question therein. Who directed Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol? Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol. That Tom Cruise keeps doing stunts and he keeps getting injured again.
Well, you know, it happens in the 50s when you're jumping from planes.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Professor.
The answer is Brad Bird.
That's correct. You got that one right.
I put
Cody
J.J.
Hall back.
Abrams.
Again.
We are perfect through 5.
You know, when you allow Cody to write the questions, it's much easier for him to get them correct.
Regardless of who
I
wrote
like
them.
that.
5 and
Oh, you guys
5.
don't like that?
Question 6, category is family films. What your parents are going to let you watch tonight, Cody. Who played the Queen in the 2012 film Mirror, Mirror?
Oh boy, did I fall in love with that movie. Yeah, a popular movie in Schmoes No War. Yeah. Christian was more level-headed about it than me. Fell in love. I was wrapped up in a world of adventure.
5, 4, 3,
I
2,
don't know.
1. Pens down. I'm going to need an answer.
Cody Hall, who you got?
Julia Roberts.
That is correct.
He had no idea. He had no idea. Wow. Professor.
I've not seen this juvenile film. I guess.
Oh!
Kate Winslet.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Whoa!
Ken.
Oh,
Okay.
Copster.
Ken,
Sir, come back and get my eraser.
Oh, he's rattled.
I would like everyone in the studio and at home to know that that was not a win. Cody Hall did not actually win a match right there. That was just the overexuberance of Copster. Yeah, that was Copster and Cody enacting one of their favorite movies of all time, Saving Silverman.
Could we see Cody get a perfect round?
To the Jason Biggs currently on stage against who would be Amanda Pete. Now we have 2 questions left in round number 1. And Cody Hall, against all odds, still pitching a perfect game. 2 more questions correctly, and he gets a bonus question just to himself. Your next category, romantic comedies. Romantic comedies. Your question is, who does Sandra Bullock romance in The Proposal?
Need the actor's name?
We would prefer the actor's name.
It's a good character name.
It'd be amazing if you knew the character.
I don't.
Go to
5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pens down.
The Professor.
I really wish we would get some films that aren't American films from the last few years, but I guess Chris O'Donnell.
Ryan Reynolds.
And in his reaction, Cody revealed the answer to us.
Ryan
That is
Reynolds. Ryan Reynolds, and it is correct. It's a 2-point game. And Cody Hall is 1 answer away from pitching a perfect round. Don't worry, crowd. We got it under control up here to some degree. Of course, if Cody wins, there's going to be a riot, and you and I just need to get the hell out the back entrance. Your last category comes from movie release dates. Ken has the question.
All right, movie release dates, like Mark said. Final question is, the first Iron Man movie
Wow.
was released in what year?
That's ridiculously
Cody Hall
easy.
Could be.
Juan Harris, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cody Hall, your answer for
That was an 8
Whoa.
round.
2008. I did not expect.
Cody Hall has thrown a perfect round 1. And the crowd clearly favoring Cody. Lon Harris, to stay competitive at this point, your answer.
It's 2005.
Oh, boy. All right. Okay, Ken, before we ask Cody his bonus question that will be to him and him only, Lon Harris will not be competing in this. Here's something that's really interesting is that Cody Hall is now going to be up 8-5 as of right now. Lon Harris, step with Cody for a while, then Cody just dusted him. Right. Before we go to round 2, where Lon will have an opportunity to come back here maybe with one of his favorite categories, Cody Hall gets 1 bonus question. This is worth 1 point, Cody. There is no penalty for missing the question. And it is, from any category potentially, your question is, in what 1980s movie will you hear the quote, "If it bleeds, we can kill it"?
Okay, everybody. I wasn't born in the 80s. I'm sorry. I don't know.
1 point for Cody. 1 point for Cody.
Are you telling me so many such lucky
Could
guesses?
it be a lucky guess, Ken, or could it
Very
be
lucky
something
guesses.
more? Cody Hall has a 9-5 lead at the end of round 1.
You know, you can't actually guess when it's at a formal exam. You have to speak from experience.
An answer's an answer, man. Right.
Look, Cody is from that generation that needs participation trophies. They need to be encouraged. And this is an encouragement for Cody and his generation. This is what they need. It's cute, but now let's get to the actual part of it.
That's right. Cody Hall was born in, I believe, the year 2003. Lon Harris born during the Great Depression, and they're clashing together right now. And the wheel has come out in round 2, where fortunes can change based on which category the Wheel of Destiny spins. Each question in round 2 is worth 2 points. Again, there's no penalty for missing a question. If you're not sure of the answer, you can ask for multiple choice, at which point you'll be presented with 4 options, one of which is correct. That case, your question's value is reduced to 1 point. Keep in mind, competitors, there is stealing available in round 2 if the competitor who was first asked the question does not get the correct answer. Once you spin the wheel, if you're not sure of the category, you want to go for another one, you do have 1 mulligan, which is sports speak for you get to spin again. Once you spin that wheel again, you must take whatever the wheel lands on. Cody Hall, you are in the lead against the odds by 4 points. Would you like to spin first or defer to your professor?
I'll go first.
All right, Cody's going to give it a big spin.
It sometimes puts the pressure on your opponent. It's a good strategy. I can understand it.
Such a large lead, it might be hard and feel insurmountable. Cody Hall massaging the wheel at the base, just like they teach you to do. There goes
I prefer it, yes.
the spin, and it is mixed bag.
Nope.
It's going to go again.
Nope, don't like
Not
that.
trusting it with
Spin
mixed
again.
bag. Cody Hall, give that a big spin for your mulligan. Here comes his category, Ken.
Good spin.
He went away from mixed bags. You got to think Cody Hall was looking for something more recent, fair, like comic book movies.
Something he can control, a category he knows.
And it could be opponent's choice. Wow. And this is where the teacher can really hold the iron over the student. Lon
What a
Harris.
wonderful educational opportunity this is going to be. I think we have to go with class.
We don't have to. We really don't have to.
He's going with classics. Ken Knapsack will be administering the questions to young Cody Hall. I'll be asking Lon the questions. Ken, please, let's see if Cody is educated in the world of classics.
All right, 4 questions in the category of classics. First one, in which Jerry Lewis film does his character never speak?
Yeah, I'm going to go with multiple choice on that one, Ken.
A, the Big Mouth. B, Hardly Working. C, the Bellboy. D, Cinderfella.
A.
Is incorrect for steal.
I believe it's the Bellboy, see?
That is correct. 1 point steal.
All right, so Lon Harris already gaining traction on Cody Hall during Cody Hall's category.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Second question. What classic comedy features a leopard, Katharine Hepburn,
Oh, Golden
and
Pond, I
Cary
think.
Grant?
Ken, I think I'm going to go multiple choice again on that.
Choices are
No.
A, The Odd Couple. B, Baby Boomer. C, Some Like It Hot. D, Bringing Up Baby.
I don't think it's The Odd Couple. Might be.
We go to 5, 4.
D.
That is correct for a point. That is correct for a point.
Ken, I don't even know if he knew the name of the movie he was guessing, but he knew the letter D, and that was enough to get him a point.
That's all you need.
You're a wonderful guesser.
Thank you.
Third question out of 4. Who plays seasoned and crooked Senator Joseph Harrison Payne in the classic Mr. Smith Goes to Washington?
Can you repeat it?
That is one
JTE rule.
Who plays seasoned and crooked Senator Joseph Harrison Payne in the classic Mr. Smith Goes to Washington?
Yeah, multiple choice.
A. Claude Rains. B. Clark Gable. C.
It's
Lee
either
Marvin.
Claude Rains or
D.
Clark
Edward
Gable.
Arnold.
I haven't guessed it yet, so let's go C.
That is incorrect for Steele.
D. Edward Arnold.
That is incorrect as well. Looking for Claude Rains. Claude Rains.
Okay, so Ken, Cody kind of navigating his way through this category thus far. One more question remains, and this does ensure that he will still have some semblance of a lead once he is done with this very brutal category on a young man.
Right. All right. Final question. What 1950s classic adventure film that is based on a novel was directed by John Huston and starred Gregory Peck and Orson Welles?
War of the Worlds?
And you're not going to believe this, but I'm going to go multiple choice again.
No.
A. The Thornbirds. B. The Scarlet Letter. C. Moby Dick. D. The Golden Bowl.
A.
Incorrect for Steele.
The Golden Bowl. D?
Incorrect. Looking for
Oh.
Moby Dick. Moby Dick.
All right, so Ken, it is now 10-6 because Cody did get a point and their Lon also got a point, so it's still a 4-point game either way. Here's the interesting scenario to remember is that Classics was considered a strength of the Professor, so that's now off the wheel, so he's going to have to spin something else, and the points he could have gotten with Classics have been severely diminished because Cody kept checking multiple choice.
Absolutely.
Lon Harris, you now have a spin.
Hoping for German expressionist film.
My spin was better. My spin was totally better.
You can wish in one hand and crap in the other, Ken.
I have.
It's going to land on, that could be spinner's choice. No,
Coming of age. Coming of age.
I think I will spin again.
He's going to spin again.
Lon Harris does not enjoy watching young people fall in love. Good spin by the professor.
That's
The
a much better
professor's been using
second spin.
the college gym.
Some gymnastics.
All right, we could have directors, family films
Family
appears
films
to be the
is
spin.
good.
All right, Lon Harris, family films. You know, Ken made the joke about Cody watching them later on tonight. Maybe Cody gets a pizza because he also could be walking away here with a win in this category. It's going to go a long way to determine that. Your first question, Lon, you and you only as of right now in the world of family films. What nickname was given to the intimidating duo of enforcers Fulton Reed and Dean Portman in D2, The Mighty Ducks?
I will have to go multiple choice for this inanely juvenile question.
All right. Is it A, Scare Pair, B, Bash Brothers, C, Dynamic Duo, or D, Bash and Dash?
I will go with B, Bash Brothers.
He
That's
got a
correct
point.
for a boy.
He got a point, and he is now 3 away from Cody Hall. Lon, your next question. What is the name of the lifeguard in the family classic, The Sandlot?
I will again go multiple choice on this question.
All right, your
Strength.
options
Clearly.
are, is it A, Haley Goodfarer, B, Wendy Peppercorn, C, Julie Gaffney, or D, Sarah Santarelli?
Recognize B from this. I'll go with B, Wendy Peppercorn.
Give him another point,
That's
Ken.
correct. That's correct.
Give him another point. And you could hear a pin drop in the studio when they found out Lon had guessed correctly.
Yeah.
Lon, you may not have won the favorite of the home audience.
Educated guess.
I'll tell you this, he is now 1 correct answer away from possibly tying. He could still have a lead going into round number 3. Your next question. What pizza chain delivers to Michelangelo through the drainage grate in 1990's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
I'll go multiple choice again. I specifically in the syllabus mentioned mutated reptile question. Very disappointing.
Maybe Cody handing you a syllabus at the end of this match. Is it A, Domino's, B, Godfather's Pizza, C, Pizza Hut, or D, Mazzio's Pizza?
I will guess C, Pizza Hut.
That is incorrect. Cody Hall for the steal.
I don't know for sure if it's a D.
That is
Incorrect.
incorrect
Looking
as well.
Domino.
Domino's is the
Knew they had
correct
that.
answer.
Really?
All right.
I have the app on my phone. Thanks for the memories, Domino's. Your last question. And if you get this right without the need of multiple choice, you will tie Cody Hall at 10 going into round 3. The world of family movies. Mild-mannered Don Knotts leaves life as a milquetoast bookkeeper and begins a new life as a talking fish.
Help! I am a
What
fish.
live-action animated film?
I believe it's the incredible Mr. Limpet.
2 points for Lon Harris. And we are tied at 10 after 2 rounds. The all-important third round, Ken. We're going in with a tie. I am shocked at the way we ended up with this tie. How are you feeling about the professor versus the underdog,
I
Cody?
am actually having trouble breathing, and it's not because I have most of my meals at Sizzler with the professor. This is intense. I must admit that.
And you got to wonder if there's anything in that syllabus for either one on how to handle pressure. Competitors in round 3, you're each going to get a series of 3 questions. Those questions are going to be determined by a number that you provide to us up here at the answer desk. Because we're tied, but Lon Harris is the favorite in the match, he actually gets to give us his 3 numbers first. Those numbers are going to range from 1 to 20, and like I said, they correspond to 3 different movie categories. Your first question is worth 2 points, your next question is worth 3 points, and your last question is worth 5 points. Should we get that far, again, there's no stealing in round 3, nor is there a penalty for missing a question. Lon, we're going to get your series of numbers first, from 1 to 20. What is your lucky draw?
I'll do 4, 9, and 15.
4, 9,
Terrible numbers.
and 15. And now, Cody Hall, your 3 digits.
Let's go 3, 10.
3, 10.
Thank you.
And 17. The crowd, a big fan of those numbers. Now, Cody Hall, you are the underdog, so you will be answering the first question for 2 points. Your category, number 3, corresponds to war movies.
And the question is, 2-point question. Denzel
Glory.
Washington won a Best Supporting Actor Oscar in
Just recently seen that
1989
this
for
year.
his role in what war movie?
Is that Glory?
That is correct.
Everyone loves Cody.
Lon Harris, you are now up. Hopefully you do not utter a swear word after you answer this question. Horror thriller is your category. For 2 points, in the movie Evil Dead 2,
Chainsaw.
what does Ash attach to the stump of his right arm?
That would be a chainsaw.
That's correct.
2
for
points for the professor, and we are once again tied. We go back to Cody Hall, Ken.
All right. Your next number was the number 10. Number 10, 3-point question in the category of comic book movies. 3 points. Who plays the primary villain, Chudovsky, in the 2011 movie The Green Hornet?
Christoph Waltz.
That's correct.
I
3 points.
didn't expect to be this hard of a game.
Cody Hall coming up to play comic book movies, a strength for his, lucky enough to get it with a 3-pointer. We'll see if Lon's 3-pointer is also a strength of his. Lon, you chose the number 9. That corresponds up here to an actress by the name of Angelina Jolie. Angelina Jolie movies for 3 points. Your question is, for which film did Angelina Jolie receive her only acting Oscar win?
Film is Girl Interrupted.
We're tied
That's
again.
correct. Wow.
Tied again. We go into round 3.
All right. Cody Hall, you used all your toes and fingers to select the number 17. That is the category of Oscar movies.
Boy.
This is a 5-point question. Jeremy Irons won the Best Actor Oscar in the 1990 film. Please provide the name. 5, 4, 3.
Repeat the question.
I'll repeat it more clearer there. Jeremy. All right, maybe I'm wrong. Jeremy Irons won the Best Actor Oscar in 1990 for what film?
5, 4, 3, 2,
Yeah, I don't know.
1.
Incorrect.
Not shielding
No answer.
an
Reversal
answer.
of fortune, much like this game right now.
Been going back and forth all game. We are tied right now, and if you're joining us late, it's weird because this is on the internet. You can just go back and watch the beginning of the match first. In any event, it is 15-15. Lon Harris has one 5-point question. If he gets this right, he wins the match. If he gets it wrong, we go to sudden death overtime. The number that Lon Harris selected for his 5-point category was?
Number 15.
Number 15. That corresponds up here to the 1980s. 1980s movies. And your question is, in History of the World Part 1, what actor plays Emperor Nero?
I believe that's Mel Brooks.
Incorrect. We're looking for Dom DeLuise.
Sudden death?
Dom DeLuise is the answer. And Ken, we got us an
Oh,
old-fashioned
wow.
overtime match.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
In overtime, each competitor once again gets their friend the whiteboard on the desk. We're going to ask a question, and it could be from any category. The question is worth 1 point. There's no penalty for missing a question. What's going to happen is we ask the question up here. You guys do your best to write it down, a lot like round 1. When we ask you for the answer, we'll go name by name, show us what your best attempt at an answer was at the same time you verbalize it. We will not confirm or deny if that is the correct answer until we receive the guesses from both competitors. The first person to gain a lead in overtime will be crowned the winner immediately. Do the competitors understand the rules I just read to you?
Absolutely.
Okay, we need a verbal combination, just like sitting in the exit row. Ken, you're up first.
All right, first question in sudden death overtime. What musical chronicles the signing of the
1776.
Declaration of Independence?
Ken, who would have thought that Cody Hall could do that?
And what's the bet? Someone White's Hamilton.
It's amazing. Pretty incredible.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Professor
1776.
Cody Hall. And your winner, the Professor! Wow.
Cody's got nothing to be
An incredible match.
embarrassed about for this match. That is clear.
The Professor Harris, but Cody Hall, what fight, what spunk, what moxie that kid showed. He might not be done just yet in the movie Trivia Schmoedown.
Look, I don't want to say I was a know-it-all, but all of you were disparaging Cody Hall earlier, saying he had no chance. Clearly, Lon recognized his potential and built him up and infused confidence into Cody Hall. Cody Hall could go on to greatness, and that is in thanks and large part, to what the professor taught in here today.
You know, every kid in college has that one professor that really steers them in the right direction. Lon Harris is probably never going to be that guy to anyone. However, Cody Hall, what a match he had today. Now we go to Perry Nemiroff, who's backstage with both an interview with the loser and the winner, Lon the Professor Harris. Perry, take it away.
Hey guys, I'm here with the Professor, Lon Harris. Lon, I have to be honest, I thought you were just gonna torpedo the motto "Stay in School" with that match. It made me a little nervous.
Well, listen, a lot of the times if you come on too strong with a young person, they retreat into themselves, they give up. And what I want to do is, encourage young Cody, let him know maybe there's an off chance that you could actually do well, and bring him into the fold, let him really experience the Schmoedown.
So what you're saying is that was all planned. You were never getting a little nervous that Cody might steal that win from you.
Was I getting nervous? No, I was not getting nervous. I mean, it was not planned, but it was my way of, being encouraging, being a good mentor, and being sort of, I don't want to say a father figure, but okay, I will say it, a father figure to young Cody.
So let's say you were being a professor for yourself after that match. Would you add anything to your own syllabus? Do you need to change what you're doing in all of these?
Well, now that I realize how much of the Schmoedown's time is going to be spent on Sandlot sequels and Ninja Tortoise films, maybe I'll spend a little bit of time looking at some of these sort of, children's entertainment and brushing up on it. But I think overall, I still performed pretty well. well.
You might actually enjoy Mighty Ducks in the Sandlot, I have to say.
This was actually about D2, which I believe would be a follow-up to the. I did not know.
A very good follow-up, might I add.
But
all right, so you went after Cody in this match, and everyone was surprised that you picked Cody for your next match. Do you have your sights set on one of the top players now?
Well, yes, I do want to go for some of the top-tier talent, some of the strongest competitors in the Schmoedown, and that's why I've decided next I plan to challenge Christian.
Harloff?
No, Christian Ruvalcaba, a.k.a. Cobster.
Well,
You're going down, Cobster.
You know, going for someone who's 0-6 seems like it might be a smart move right now.
There's a theme to all of this, and it is young people with great potential that's going untapped, that's going sadly unrealized. And that's why I'd like to bring in Cody. Here is my wing. Come, join under my wing. I would like you to become my first acolyte. What are your plans for the future after this?
I guess I need to learn some stuff.
I would say you do, and I think that there is a room for you in my class. We will see about maybe one day moving you up in the class. For now, you'll start at the bottom of the class. And we will train you, we will educate you, and hopefully within maybe a few years, who knows, 7, 10, 12 years, you too could be competing at a high Schmoedown level.
It could happen. I'm excited.
And who knows, Lon,
so.
you might actually learn something from Cody too, and everyone could become better players. No?
Oh, no. Okay, I didn't.
Hey,
Yes, but sure.
Give yourself a
theoretically.
little credit after that match.
Okay, fine.
Glad we settled on that. All right. Congratulations, guys. Have fun doing the whole acolyte thing, whatever that is.
So,
Thank you, guys.
what?
Ken, if you thought the match itself was surprising, how about what just went down backstage? Enemies becoming friends, generations melding into
Didn't
one.
expect.
I mean, I'm looking at the syllabi provided here, the copies by the professor, and Cody is very smart. He saw what he almost accomplished today, and he realized to get to the next level, he must learn more at the foot of the professor. It makes perfect sense to me.
This is a
So-
great syllabus. The last movie that was required viewing on here, Resident Evil Extinction in the year 2007, and then he said, "Just kidding, Cody. You've watched quite enough of this garbage. No more films based on video games for you." And it does appear that Cody now has somebody to mentor him through the movie Trivia Schmoedown waters. Very shocking development here, Ken. And let's talk about the match itself. Cody really hung in there.
Yeah,
So,
I told you up top, Cody has it in him. He sits there every day, pressing buttons, watching movies.
I wonder if
All these titles kind of
once he
roll around
beats
his head. He just
Hobbs,
doesn't know what
he's
to do,
going
but
to
no,
build
maybe
episode
now he'll get that.
fiction.
And the professor, look, some stumbling blocks. We all know in the competition, under the lights, sometimes things happen. That doesn't take anything away from his knowledge. He, going forward, has to be considered for a championship title run.
1776, great year for our country, not so much for Cody Hall anymore. We want to thank everybody for tuning in, and do not forget to check out the Movie Trivia Schmoedown Patreon. Go over there and support it so we can have more great matches like this one. Subscribe right here to Collider Video. Check out the Facebook page, Movie Trivia Schmoedown, and check out the Schmoedown Rundown on iTunes. Ken Knapsack, thank you so much for joining us here today. Best of luck in your future travels. I am merely Mark Baby Carrots Ellis, signing off. We'll catch you real soon here on the Movie Trivia, a Schmoedown.
What's up, Schmoedown fans? Frank here, and what just happened? Let's talk about it. This is your Schmoedown breakdown.
And your winner!
In what was thought to be an easy victory for Lon Harris, he stumbles late in the first round and saw Cody Hall go 8 for 8 and get the bonus. It was a shocking turn of events.
Oh, wow, okay. Ken.
This now makes 3 straight matches in which a player has earned
Oh,
a perfect
Didn't
round.
realise it.
Moving on, some way, somehow, this match went to overtime, and that's where Lon finally got the W at a final score of 16-15. Now, diving into the numbers for this match, despite Cody starting 9 for 9, the rest of the way he went just 3 of 9, for a total accuracy of 67%. Lon Harris wasn't much better either, but he answered correctly when it mattered most. His unadjusted accuracy, which does not include steals, was 69% for this match. For all things Schmoedown stats, go check out ST Rundown Stats on Twitter, and be sure to check out the Schmoedown Rundown podcast this Saturday on the SK Plus YouTube channel or on the Schmoes Know podcast feed. This week, we are joined by our good friend Patrick Campbell to help break down this past week in the Schmoedown. This has been your Schmoedown Breakdown.
And we get the standard Schmoedown app had been overall, it was an expected match. No surprises at all. Well, I mean, apart from Cody going a perfect round and almost winning, I mean, it was what it was expected, and there's really nothing notable that came out of there apart from like Cody, Lon becoming the manager to Cody. So, I mean, yeah. So that's been my reaction. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, which is Malcolm's Middle-earth Media. I plan to starting a show on there very shortly, looking at movies from the past. You can find me in various Take 3 Productions videos, and you can find me competing in various matches on the Worldwide Movie Games Network, which includes Movie Battlegrounds, the Bacon League, and trivia and all that. So yeah, I mean, I'm pretty much everywhere.